Greetings, welcome, and thanks so much for tuning in. It's Christian of Standing Stones Healing. So honored to be with you. I just wanted to make sure that you know that this week's episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast is indeed about Reiki business plans. This is something that comes up frequently with questions about Reiki business is, do I need a Reiki business plan? And the short answer is probably not. Now, by all means, creating a Reiki business plan can be very helpful and beneficial. A Reiki business plan can do a lot of things for us. It can help us to get some clarity on our Reiki business goals and vision. It can help us get the thoughts from out of our head onto paper. And it can really serve as a document that helps to guide our business and our business activity. But do you need a Reiki business plan in order to start your Reiki business? No, you do not. Now, I want to back up from that 1 second and say, yes, you probably will need a Reiki business plan if you're doing something like applying for a loan or funding, or maybe even your state might require it if/when you formally file your business. So just know that in those instances, it may be required, but generally speaking, no. And generally speaking, you're going to be the only person who is going to see your Reiki business plan. So what is a Reiki business plan? Well, yes, this is a document that includes things like your vision for your business, your mission statement. It includes things like your ideal client, your target market, the products that you sell. So all kinds of information that can really help you when you are starting a Reiki business to get really clear on what it is you are doing, for whom you are doing it, where you are doing it, and where you are heading with the doing. So indeed, having a Reiki business plan can be helpful, but again, it is not required. And one thing I really want to encourage you not to do is to spend too much time on your Reiki business plan. This is one trap that new Reiki business owners can fall into. It's of starting a Reiki business plan and then really getting in depth in that business plan and going into depth for pages and pages and pages, spending a lot of time on that business plan and perfecting it and making it beautiful before you actually do anything else in your Reiki business. This can be a real trap that you can fall into, because what can happen, and I have seen this happen, where a new Reiki business owner says, oh, I want to start marketing my Reiki business, but I can't because first I have to finish my business plan. Or, oh, I want to create a website. Oh, but I can't because first I have to start my Reiki business plan. And they put the Reiki business plan as this thing that they need to do first, and that they need to get that done first before they can do anything else in their Reiki business. And then what happens? It can indeed serve as a block to getting other things done, because I can't do that because I have to finish my Reiki business plan first. So don't fall into that trap, new Reiki business owner. Please do, if you feel called, yes, creating a Reiki business plan can be beneficial and helpful. So please do complete a Reiki business plan if you feel called. As a matter of fact, I have a very helpful Reiki business plan guide with a template that will help you to complete a Reiki business plan if you feel called. But please know that it is not a requirement for any Reiki business unless you have those stipulations that I mentioned earlier. You're applying for a loan. Yep, most frequently the bank is going to want a business plan. And if your particular state or country requires it, if/when you file a formal business. Now, if you're saying file a formal business, oh my gosh, what does that even mean? It's all so confusing. Yes, I know it's confusing. It's why I talk all about it in the Build Your Reiki Business program. But please know that you can get the free Reiki Business Plan guide that is available in the notes of this week's Reiki Build Your Reiki Business podcast at standingstoneshealing.com/podcast. But indeed, you can just go get the Reiki Business Plan guide straight away at standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Business Plan. standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Business Plan. And there you will find a guide, a 10-page PDF on what it means to start a Reiki business plan, what it means to create one if you need one. I even tell you that, full disclosure, I started a Reiki business plan many years ago and I never finished it. And so absolutely know that it is okay if you start your Reiki business plan and then you don't end up finishing it. It doesn't mean that your Reiki business is not going to do well. And so I walk you through all of the steps, the process for creating your own Reiki business plan, if indeed you do feel called. And again, you can get that at standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Business Plan. So thank you so much. If you want to learn more about Reiki business plans, tune into this week's episode of the Build Your Reiki Business podcast at standingstoneshealing.com/podcast, where you will learn a lot more about Reiki business plans. I walk you through the Reiki business plan template, and then, yes, indeed, I give it to you for free at standingstoneshealing.com/Reiki Business Plan. So I'm sending lots of blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business plans. Welcome. Thank you for being here and for tuning in. Elaine, thank you so much for joining. Vani, I saw your comment as well, so thank you for being here. I'm sending lots of blessings and best wishes to your Reiki business plans, whether you put them in a formal Reiki business plan or not. So sending lots of blessings and best wishes to your Reiki biz.